You gotta call me Mr. Consistent now. Talk to me nice.
Nah.
You gotta call me Mr. Consistent and talk to me nice.
He's not even consistent.
It's 3 episodes in a row, bro.
We do that in a day sometimes.
Nah, brother, with the whole in my back.
The dab.
No,
Sharp,
nah,
you've been officially replaced.
Nah, it didn't sound the same. Go do it. It didn't. Dead. You man breaking mics and that.
Lie,
The dab ain't authentic. Listen, it's
Mr.
Mr. Consistent. Welcome back to the FIO episode. These men don't like that. The FIO podcast. But I'm back again. I'm coming for.
Coming for the top spot.
Yeah. Well, hold on. What's the stats now? I think my stats are 60% now.
Since we've restarted, I haven't missed an episode. Just want to say that out there.
Sharp's been bad.
All I'm saying is, what the Sharp used to say?
I don't know.
Like, number 1 attendance, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, he was chatting waffle.
That's me right now.
Yeah, 100.
But I will be calling in sick at one stage. I'm just saving up my sick leave.
I got no left. I'm on unpaid leave.
I'm building up the sick leave.
I'm on unpaid leave.
You Zoom's at the bottom of the list.
I'm on.
Sharp.
Yeah, Zoom's at the
Me and
bottom.
Sharp
No, me and him
now
are fighting for
are
relegation because I'm on 4.
Facts.
We're fighting for relegation because I am on 4. No, I'm on 5. No, 5 now.
But you know what? They both have good excuses. That's
Great
why I don't
excuses.
ever hold it against them.
Great excuses.
I hear it.
He would okay. If you lived in Sheffield, you would have left the pod years ago.
I would have. I'll tell you that
He's
for free.
been saying that.
100% I would.
Yeah, so you can't chat to me then.
You're mental for even carrying on with the pod.
I love it though. People do find it weird, by the way. Just on the side note, people find it weird that I would actually travel to do the pod.
No, but you know what? It's not as bad because obviously you come down to see your mum and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's different.
So you're here already.
Yeah.
Like even if you wasn't on the pod, you still come down.
One day I almost lost my head on this guy in Sharp. I almost
happened?
lost my head, bro. I came straight. So I came on the day for the podcast only. Yeah. So this when you were coaching the girls team, the Hilltop lady.
Yeah.
So I've come. Bear in mind, I've had mad issues just getting it because my wife was ill in the morning. Not mad ill, but I just I had to clean up the yard. Nothing major. And then the youth was moving mad. I'm having one of those tough mornings. I think he was like 2 at the time. So he's having a tough morning. Done all of that, thinking I'm gonna be late. Man came on time. I was like 40 minutes early. I'm with Ilm. Shout out to my boy Ilmi. I'm like, I'm sitting with Ilmi, legs crossed, just chatting with him.
Yeah.
Oh, where the man at? You've come now. This guy and Sharp have come with stank faces because I think your team lost. Yeah.
I understand.
And they've come, and I'm thinking, bro, I'm sweating there because I've got a whole youth I've had to do the whole morning for. Man, want to come late and be upset. I'm looking at these two throughout. You might even catch the pod which episode it was. I'm looking at these man like, oh, fuck these niggas, man. I almost lost my head that day. I'm thinking, how could they even...
We caught L in it, so I understand.
No, I hear it. But that's the only thing I was like, fuck these niggas, man.
Nah, it's a long journey though. I can't
But there's a more important issue though.
Yes, there is.
Firstly, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Pause, like, comment, subscribe, because you guys have to push it out of this algorithm and let me get paid because I have kids to feed. Or one kid that I know of to feed. That I have to feed.
Yeah, you need to repeat that one kid again.
One kid that I know.
You're in the doghouse. You're going to be in the doghouse.
Oh, could you imagine? To be fair, no, I don't think I've ever done anything on this pod to be in the doghouse. And that is a testament.
That's
yeah,
decent.
Considering how many episodes you've done.
I've not done anything. Yeah, I've not been in the doghouse.
All six of them.
Yeah, every last one of them. But listen, welcome back to FIO. Like, comment, subscribe. Pause as we're waffling and just chatting. Get your tickets, man.
Yes,
we got a
please.
barbecue next week, so this is coming out. We have a week left. Get your tickets. I don't know what you're playing at. You keep on jumping in the comments saying you show us love, whatever. Come pull up with the mandem. It's not a forced thing. It's a vibe. Yeah. Why would you not want to kick it with the broskies, man?
Facts. And I've checked the weather, and I think the weather's going to be good on that day. It's the Sunday the 21st.
Correct.
You can check it for yourself if you don't believe me, but it said it's going to be sunny. Inshallah, obviously.
Yeah, and also we're podcasters, obviously, because we do podcasting, but wallahi, we love a vibe. And we're trying to make that absolute vibe. So please make sure you come
and that's
pull
what
up,
it's going to be. It's going to be a vibe. Pull up. You're going to meet new people. You might see some familiar and old faces, but come, man.
Izzy and Sharp are going to be signing t-shirts.
I don't know about that. I can barely write.
Sharp signing t-shirts.
Yeah, Sharp doing meet and greet. You can take photos of him.
Well, Chris Brown thing. He's ready for
photos of Sharp.
How much is he charging?
Listen,
a bag.
Nah.
That's like the Nipsey Hussle of the Northwest. Sounds
about right.
Hey, can we stop the dance, please?
Listen, it's going to be in full effect.
My brother, that
was a decent
that was crazy. But no, listen, get your tickets. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. As you can see, this year we've really been on the ball. We've been consistent with it. We had Izzy and Sharp do a 2-man episode, which they said they would never do. That was crazy.
And also, people have been telling us, "Oh, you lot should do something outside of the pod."
Oh yeah.
So now we're doing it. Don't don't flop us. Like help us help you.
Yeah, and I just
don't miss out.
Yeah, I just want to see you guys anyhow. Well, it'd be nice to like, because we've had a lot of, and we'll get off anyhow, but we've had a lot of really nice messages.
Yeah,
where people are showing mad love. I would love to see you in person and just chop it up. And as much as I chat shit sometimes, say I don't like when people pull up and I'm awkward with it. Well, there's nothing more than I love than an authentic conversation. If you rock with what we're doing, I rock with whatever you're doing, and we have an honest chat. I would love to see you at the barbecue. There's going to be more anyhow. It's not the last one, but we'd love for you to be there in the first one, because when we do bigger things, inshallah khair, later on, you remember the first time when we started. So make sure you pull up. The tickets will be in the description with the link. We're going to post on Instagram again. We need to do a TikTok live as well. We've been really bad on TikTok. We're going to be doing some TikTok lives as well.
That's your live.
But we're going to get into that. The first thing we're going to get into first and foremost, which I think is important because it's a Sunday this pod's coming out on, Euro 2024. We got Spain and England. I am sorry if you don't like football, but we have been respectful for the past 3 years. We avoid all football chat. And think about the amount of football things that have happened we don't speak about. So we're going to think about the Euro finals.
No, we have to. It's an occasion.
England, Spain, who you man got?
Is it coming home?
No. I wish it did, but it's Rodri.
I think it is. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna win it this time, man.
Rodri, who's getting a ball off him?
Back-to-back finals.
On Euros, yeah. On the Euros, yeah.
It is, yeah.
You know?
Lost the first one on penalties. Won 1-0 up with Shaw and that one.
Yeah.
That was a movie, by the way.
But that was at Wembley, innit? I swear.
Yeah. That was Wembley.
Yeah, that was home, bro. If you're gonna win it, that would have been the place to win.
And if you was black after 10:30 p.m, it was the last place you want to be.
Yeah, facts.
That was crazy.
100.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
might see it. Go on, bro.
No, I'm saying I want them to win. Do I think they're gonna win?
Yeah. I wanted to win. I want to live through.
I want
to live in an era where England wins something.
My head is saying Spain are gonna take it. My heart's saying I want England to win.
I just don't see who wins the ball off Spain. It's Rodri.
Kobe.
Nah, he's not a ball winner.
I can't lie.
That's
my guy.
He's
That's my guy, bro.
Were you like?
Listen,
did you rate him from the beginning when you saw him? Were you a bit questionable about him?
You know what it is?
Because I thought he was it from 2 years ago. So a year and a half ago.
I'll be honest, I didn't know him until he made his debut for United.
I didn't know him.
Okay.
But once he made his debut, I said, this kid is something special. And then he just got better and better after every game.
I'm a weirdo. I watched like United reserves and under 18s.
Okay,
so
no, I never knew
I've
before
known
that,
about it for a while. It's just physically, I always knew he was going to make the step up.
I think
and he's so cold.
I just didn't follow the hype. Obviously, he could play ball in it, don't get me wrong. But I wanted to see, can he actually keep that consistency in it?
Yeah.
It's nice. Anyone can have a good game, 1 or 2 good games in it, but can he keep that consistency? And I can't lie, like ever since he was jumped in a team, he's held his place.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you.
If for England, he's been doing.
If he continues at
changed
this
their game since
level that he's performing at, I honestly think about 2 or 3 years he'll be at Madrid. If he continues like this,
the level he can get to.
I think Madrid will look at him, because you got to remember. Look, Kroos is done. Modric is on his way out. They've got Tchouaméni.
Hey, Modric ain't never leaving. He is dying. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So eventually they're gonna have to say who they got. They got Tchouaméni and
Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, Bellingham in the 10 or 8.
No, but Bellingham's a 10, isn't it?
He's going back to 8. He's going back to 8 now. They confirmed it.
Valverde is
8.
Yeah, they said he's gonna play 8
anyway. He's taking his number and everything.
Either way, Madrid will look at this kid and say, "We'll fit him in." He's that kind of kid. Like I'm telling you, if he continues at this, what is he? 19?
19 now. Yeah.
Bro, he's doing.
I think makes it special. You know, most youth players, and this is why I rate Saka. A lot of kids come out like Rashford did, where they just explode. They got like 5 goals in 5 games. So it's not even about the performances. They're just making headlines and noise. This guy's come in. His performance levels are that of a mature 23, 24-year-old. Probably don't lose the ball. He makes the simple passes. He only drives when he's generally, for me, I've not seen a talent like that in England as a midfielder in years, bro. I'm not going to compare it to other players, but in years I've not seen that level. Maybe Wilshere was the last one that I've seen.
That's the thing. I think with
probably Wilshere,
with him, not only is he technically amazing, but footballing brain is just outstanding.
Yeah,
and you know what I love about him?
It's that Jack Wilshere type.
Because Wilshere was ahead of everyone. Obviously, the Barcelona game helped his narrative of like how good he is. But bro, he could play like Arsenal. Arsenal's football that was probably the best in the league for a good couple of years, even though they weren't winning. Yeah. But Wilshere was kicking ball. He was a different.
So Pep parded. He said we got about 10 Wilshires in the academy.
Pep's a psychopath though.
He said we got about 10 Wilshires. You man are gassing him up. He parded him though.
He ain't
lying though.
He
wasn't lying though.
He's on that Sir Alex Ferguson kind of vibe. He's mind games, bro.
I think mind games.
I think he's sick of the
slightly
Ferguson.
meant it because it was true. But he also underplayed it, bro, because what he done was amazing. That game.
I think he's more of a psychopath than Ferguson, because Ferguson's a mind games kind of guy. But remember when Aguero left, Guardiola's on camera crying.
So we cannot replace him.
We cannot replace him. And then we cannot replace him. And then he signs Haaland. This guy you don't mess. But he's a psychopath.
Legendary.
He's a psychopath. But you're saying, so you both think England will win it, or with your hearts or with your head?
I'm saying, you know what? 2-1 England. In extra time, they're going to win.
Who's getting the winner?
Saka.
Cool.
I can't lie. I'm going to say 1-0, bro. England.
Well, you think Spain won't score? That's a big one, you know.
Lamine Yamal. Bro, you know he was born.
Hey, that's my cousin. I'm
you got to claim him. You got to claim him. Yeah. You got to take that one.
It. And his dad's from Bahrain.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a fact, yeah. I think we're all older than his dad.
I'm not. I checked.
Okay.
I was fuming.
30,
I think he's like 30
or 31 is that?
2 or something
I
like that.
can't remember what it was because
dad had him at like 15, 16 or something like that. His dad was mad
I'm pretty sure you're older than him,
I'm 32 though.
Yeah, I think his dad's 31. I mean, I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I will be pissed off.
That's mental.
If he is, because if I'm older than his dad, I'm looking at Mahmoud, my little boy. I'm gonna look at him like, what's going on? You gotta stop playing red big, bro.
Bro, man's 16.
Yeah,
banging in top bins in the Euros
against France.
Sensational.
What were you, man, doing at 16?
Smoked my first blend, blood.
Yeah,
I think I failed my driving theory. Yeah, my theory test.
I can't remember what I was doing at 16.
Bro, I went shisha and vomited.
Yeah, I've done that as well.
16,
did you vomit your first time?
Yeah, I've done that as well.
What did you smoke?
Bro, I never had nothing to eat that day.
Oh, yeah,
my brother was like, let's just go shisha. I was like, what's that? I was like, what's that?
Nah.
I went there. I woke up. I woke up.
What did you have?
I think I had
grape and mint.
I had apple.
Apple.
I had double apple.
Yeah.
I had double apple.
Yeah, it was double apple. Sorry.
Because them times I think it was only double apple and grape and mint.
I'm telling you, bro.
Apple.
16, I wasn't scoring well.
Yeah, I wasn't in the Euro. I know for a fact I wasn't at the Euro semi-final.
Yeah, I know that for a fact as well.
I can confirm that. Like I wasn't. Yeah, I was playing ball with the man.
Nah, he's pro. What a talent.
But yeah, I think England will bring it home. But the real
who's
question,
your winner?
I don't know.
I'm going Saka. That's my guy.
I'll say Foden, man.
Fairs. What were you gonna say?
The real question is English or Spanish?
Somali. Go say it's Somali, bro.
Nah, don't worry. But the ones at home will get it.
If you know, you know. That is the craziest thing. Do you not know?
Nah.
You don't know?
Nah.
No, serious.
Nah, legit. I'm baffled. I don't know what you meant.
There's a guy that goes on TikTok.
Oh,
yeah.
Freeze.
Yeah. Spanish or English or Spanish?
English or Spanish.
What you talking about, man? And then they go.
The first one to move.
Yeah,
first one to move
is gay.
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, nah, he's a madman. He's a madman.
For the viewers that don't like football, we'll move on very swiftly for you guys. You haven't watched it yet, but Supercell, you've watched it?
I finished it.
What are your without spoiling it because you want to watch it?
Yeah.
What do you think about? Because I got not a lot, but I got some things to say.
Yeah, at first I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it.
Yeah.
Finished the first episode. I thought, okay, it's okay. Didn't wow me. Got to the second episode. By the end of it, I was like, yeah, I'm wowed. Like I just really enjoyed it after that. Really enjoyed it. Like I thought it was sick.
You know what I really hate about it is not Supercell because obviously Ratman does that, and I'm a big fan of like. He's obviously done Blue Story, I think it was.
Blue Story.
And he's like now getting this bigger production to do something bigger.
I think Shiro's story is on it. Shiro.
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 Was that his thing? It might
on
be.
YouTube. I remember that was his.
That's the whole. Yeah. But he's up and coming. He's doing this angle. Yeah. I'm fully supporting it. Man, even if I don't like it, I'll watch it. Yeah. But I find it so like even with Top Boy, like UK gangsterisms doesn't look authentic on the screen. It seems a bit cringy sometimes when man are speaking in slang, even though in real life it's not cringy. It just didn't hit me the same.
But do you think
does that make sense?
Authentic to real what actually happens in London?
But from my experience, when man are moving mad or like man are actual gangsters, like obviously hearing these people speak or hearing another man speak of another story, like the authenticity you get when it's on the big screen. Obviously Netflix probably played.
You're saying it's the acting that's cringy?
Yeah, like the acting was a bit cringy for me. Yeah.
So it's not the fact that. Because it does happen in London.
What?
Not the powers. I'm saying like gangsters and that, innit? Like being
that's real.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I'm talking about, you see how they portray it. You see like when we watch American stuff, when they have people trying to mimic or act as gangsters or like
do you find that authentic?
It didn't. Yeah, I find it more authentic, but with the UK, even Top Boy never really grasped it. Where I took it in and I believed it as a viewer.
But
I'm not talking about the. By the way, I'm not talking about the roads.
How do you know that the American ones is more authentic? You don't
No,
know
as a
American
viewer,
gangsters.
No, as a viewer, I don't. But as a viewer, I believe it more. I'm talking about the acting of it.
Do you know,
Oh, you're talking about the acting,
The acting aspect, not where they're from. The acting aspect. When I was hearing these men speak, or even like when the youths in the house party, how the girl gets the these don't spoilers, but like the film comes out, whatever. It's like, is that how it really happens?
Do you know, though, I feel like,
or maybe am I judging it too much?
Yeah, I think because you've grown up watching American stuff, which we all have,
and I'm not from there either, so maybe I give it.
We just believe it because it's like, oh my, like it's just fascinating. It's a different world.
Maybe, and
because it's now you're watching the UK thing, and it's like areas that you're familiar with.
Yeah, like
they sound like you, so you're thinking, that's not really what happens, but I think it does. It's just we're not in that world.
Yeah, a lot of it was good. I like. There was. Gets was unbelievable on it, bro. I'll be real with you. Like when you watch it, Gets was. Bro, I'll be real with you. I've always said he's like. I think him and Jay Huss are the most talented artists.
Yeah, I know you're a fan of his music. Do you remember when he spat
back with a bang, back with a pack, back like a pack for Japan.
The guy, you said that so randomly that day. I remember.
You were funny.
Hilarious.
Obviously, it's intrusive thoughts in it. I was thinking about that for time before the pod.
Shout out to Gets, you know.
Yeah,
he's a certain artist.
Nah, he's cold. He's
cold, but he's just talented. But I thought his thing was good. You've seen the clip of Castillo. Yeah, I'm sure you saw it on Twitter or TikTok. What? Or Castillo being on there.
Cause no.
Okay, there's a little clip of like, I like the whole idea of it.
I want a Fanta Light, bruv.
Yeah.
Hilarious. That is. Have you seen the actual inside, or did you watch the clip? Is this the clip?
I've just seen the memes.
I think he's done it all. I think he kept on doing that.
Yeah.
I think inside was like basically they have money, and whatever they buy, it costs them money for the prize money.
Yeah.
So my man's buying this Fanta Light thing regularly, but no one knows who's spending nothing. Man, they found out afterwards. My man's actually like spending a lot of peas on this Fanta Light, bruv. Yeah. But I like the idea of superheroes in the ends. That's such a cold concept.
Yeah.
I just was maybe it's the acting in it. Like there was a little bit too much.
So what's your standpoint on the acting in Top Boy then? Because I thought that was top tier.
I think apart from Kane, I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Kane was unbelievable.
I thought the whole.
Yeah, I liked all of it.
Dries was okay. Kane was good.
And I've liked it since Summer House. You know, the very first.
Yeah.
It was better for me in the beginning. Yeah. When this is why I don't blame the actors or the producers, innit? When Netflix gets involved with something of that level, they obviously now have their say. So they might even say, for example, remember the protest thing where they're outside the block and then she's sitting in the car saying, "Yo, I'm here." I sits on a police car. I don't work like that, but that's probably a Netflix thing.
No, I hear you, but
no, but it's dramatized a little bit, innit?
No, but I hear it. But I'm saying, but for us in the UK culture, I would love to see something like the rap man thing. I'm a big fan of it because, like, if he's running it, it's cool, and I give a bit of leeway because Netflix will obviously say, "I want this kind of scene on there," or maybe this actor. Like I hear that. But Top Boy, the longer it went, and when Drake got involved, but I wasn't a fan. I'll be honest with you. I generally wasn't.
I still enjoyed it.
I watched it with my wife because it's something to watch, but it was way better before Drake got his hands involved.
Yeah, I still enjoyed it. I can't lie.
But no, I didn't like it as much. And the acting, Kano as Sully was the coldest.
But he's always been good. Like,
what's the other youth's name that came in and he died? They killed him off. Michael. Michael?
Yeah, I don't know his real name, but yeah, I think Michael in the show.
Jamie. On the show.
Jamie on the show.
Jamie was sick and they killed him off. Who knows why? I think there was just too much going on with Netflix and they just mashed it up, bro. I think even the actors weren't even happy with it. I was disappointed with it. Generally, I was like, it went from
I enjoyed it. I can't even lie.
What is there any other UK stuff that's out there that's like that represents UK culture, gang culture, road culture? There isn't, is there? Top Boy.
There's not. Nah.
Top Boy, Blue Story.
Blue Story was cold.
Yeah, Blue Story.
I don't think there's enough. There needs to be more. There needs to.
Do you think they do Muslim? This is a sick one as well because do you think they represent Muslims properly on shows?
What shows though?
Okay, I was watching one show called Homeland. Have you ever watched Homeland?
Yeah.
No.
The FBI thing.
Yeah.
And they try to show my man. So my man basically come back home after he's been kidnapped by the Afghanis or whatever it was. Yeah. He's come back home now as a hero, but the plot twist is he's been what's the word? He's been made he's basically become
he's a spy basically.
Like a spy, innit, yeah? And they try to show him praying in one of the scenes.
I hate when they do that.
But they can't show man praying properly. That is like
shows. I hate when they show like a man praying or a woman praying.
But they never do it properly.
Just like they don't do it properly, bro.
Yeah.
And it's always like
it's dead. And even when they bring a Muslim on, they always bring on a Muslim that's not a representation of what a pious or practicing Muslim is. It's always like let's meet him halfway so we can show him, oh, these are alright, you know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We don't really have like look at like EastEnders and them things
maybe,
there, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I haven't really thought of it. I'll be honest. The only thing I have noticed is like when they have Arabic speakers on it, they're never speaking Arabic.
Yeah,
Like they might just
Someone
say,
said that before. I think it was on TikTok.
Like, it's sound
Have
effects.
you watched Queen of the South?
Effects, huh?
Have you watched Queen of the South?
Yeah.
Nah.
Queen of the South, there's a scene. Wallah, I have to find this. Yeah, there's a scene where basically there's this brother.
The Somali guy.
You are taking the absolute piss, Izzy. Basically, the guy. But look at it. The guy is basically one of the characters. Yeah, he's got pirates as his gang.
Yeah.
Somali pirates.
Yeah.
Sorry, Somali pirates. Yeah. So in one of the scenes, he's walking up, and the guy's trying to come to him. The English translation on the subtitles is like, "Yo, my king, they're coming," or something on that lines.
Yeah.
In Somali, he basically said. Now where's me and Westside Somali?
They violated,
bro.
I will lie, I was
violated.
fuming. What a show, by the way. You need to watch it if you haven't watched it, yeah. But they just I don't know if it's like clickbait to make us watch and get pissed off and talk about it on a podcast, which is
Or
smart.
it's just laziness.
Or it's
on
just
their
laziness,
part.
but they can't represent it. Muslim culture don't get represented. UK culture don't. That's why I'm a fan of the Supercell thing, because like I said, we don't have much of that. A black superhero in South London is crazy.
I also like the storyline.
In that sense, I don't understand why they don't just cast someone that's Somali, or because that person was not Somali.
No, he wasn't Somali.
He wasn't Somali.
I don't know.
But either cast someone that's Somali. If the role is a Somali pirate, cast a Somali
let him
person,
learn that flipping
or let him
sentence.
learn the couple of lines or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
one
not that
line.
hard.
Even if he just said they're here, that's like a couple words.
How would you say they're here in Somali?
Way Jogan.
Say again?
Way Jogan.
What?
Way
Jogan.
Jogan.
Way Joga.
Yeah.
Way Jogan.
Where's your girl? You man, I'm even mad. They try to set me up.
I'll be real.
I think set me up.
I think we've been set back since Barkhad. Remember, I'm the captain now.
Oh,
That set us back 50 years anyhow. We are not getting no good acting roles after Broski.
But that's also
What we had since then? Who's
that was
another
a
Somali
film
actor?
that was actually based in Somalia in terms of the part of the ocean where it took place in.
Yeah, but they
But
made
even
him.
Black Hole Down. Do you remember that film?
Yeah,
That was time ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying
that was like the running joke in Somalis when we was
no,
kids
but
and that.
was that authentic? They were talking Somali or not in that film?
They were speaking Somali.
Yeah,
as far as I remember.
So it can be done. It's just laziness, I think, on the producer's side. Maybe
part,
just for you know what,
Yeah.
we can't be bothered to cast no one. We're not going to bring in someone who actually speaks the language to teach him. Let's just.
Like, I rate Top Boy. Obviously, they brought in a Somali guy.
But they done us dirty as well.
Even
What
in
did he say?
But regardless, still, it's the representation.
it was accurate.
It was
Not
accurate.
really.
Now, even in Morocco,
What,
remember they went to
representation?
Morocco?
Other than the actors themselves.
No,
Because the actors themselves, the boys that were in it, obviously we know some of them. The boys that were in it, 110%, they represented what a Somali is.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about how they could have made the Somalis a little bit more serious. But they literally treated him like a joke, man, with the young boy, James Little Broski, violated him. Like, I didn't like
but
that.
that's the script. It doesn't
No,
matter.
but it gets
that's
no,
the script. It
but I
don't
think
matter.
that's you being,
forget what it is.
Yeah,
in
no,
real
it's a
life.
personal thing. It's a
Forget
personal
what
thing.
it is in
It
real
is a
life,
personal
innit,
thing.
or what it isn't.
That's
That's
more
the
authentic,
script,
though.
innit? But I'm saying that Top Boy, why I rate them is because they actually the script was a Mali gang or whatever, and they actually went and got Malis.
Yeah.
Oh, that aspect of it, I agree with you.
Like, do you get what I'm saying?
And
That
when they
aspect,
went
yeah.
to Morocco, they actually had Moroccan speaking like Moroccan.
yeah.
Was
Derija.
that was
Yeah,
the
it was
proper
authentic.
dialect?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
listening- I was-
That's when I found out.
Yeah, it was
By the way, that's
Derija, like,
that's when I found out
slang.
how close Spain was. I didn't know before that.
Oh, for real?
No, well, I genuinely did not know
it's
Spain was
actually
that close
yeah.
to Morocco. Because
Yeah,
I found
very
out
close.
You
Yeah,
could
very
swim.
close.
You could swim across.
Yeah, many
no,
people
like
have
legit
tried.
swing.
No, you can't.
No, legit, many people
I know
have
you
tried.
can't swim there. Man said 10 like that. Come on, broski. No,
people
but
have
I think Somalis we can do better, man. We need a series. You know what movie I thought would be? Have you watched Gangs of London?
No.
Have you
The
watched
one, the show on Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had all the nationalities. So they had
You don't
Pakistan-
watch nothing, do you?
I'll be real, I do watch stuff, but just, I don't know. I don't watch the stuff that you don't watch, I think.
Okay, what do you watch? Because I think we watch more or less
At the
similar
moment,
things.
I'm watching The Boys.
Coldest.
What the hell is
Coldest.
the boys?
Bro, you
Coldest.
don't know about The Boys?
Coldest.
Um,
Coldest.
Homelander. You
Coldest.
don't know about Homelander?
I think he's the greatest villain of all time.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
know.
It's basically superheroes again.
Justice League. You know, you watch Justice
like-
League. Superman's gang.
So yeah, so
You
people
know who it
with
is?
powers.
Obviously, you know Superman, Batman.
Yeah, people with powers. What would they actually be like? Because remember, not everyone is going to be a hero.
I hear it.
So they're like the anti-heroes, heroes / they're not really heroes. It's just a
It's a play on so Superman, Batman have their own group called Justice League.
Yeah.
So in this, the boys, they're basically a business, a company, a
Yeah.
superhero business. So they're not only are they superheroes, but they're also celebrities. They're the top of they're A-listers, movies, everything. But they're also fucking psychopaths. So like Homelander is Superman. Their version of Superman.
Yeah.
I think he's the greatest.
No, it's one of the. It's a
He's the
very good
greatest.
show.
I'm going to say this now, and
Yeah.
we might have to clip it. Homelander might be the greatest villain of all time on a TV screen. This guy is a sicko.
Nah,
Why?
I
Yeah.
still think
TV screen. not films, TV screen.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah,
I think he's the greatest. Like,
you know, I was gonna. Yeah,
you need to watch it.
Okay,
West, generally,
I'll give it a watch.
yeah, I think he's the great. Like, generally, he's the sickest man of all time. Is that all you watch though?
So what? I'm watching The Boys. I just finished this show here. What's it called again? The one we're talking about. Supercell. Just finished that. I'm in the middle of Power, the Power book.
Oh yeah.
I can only watch the one with Tommy. I like that one.
Nah, I'm up to date with all of them other than this one.
I can't watch
the Tariq
one.
one. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 episodes I haven't watched, but I'm watching that. I enjoy it though. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm watching at the moment.
I'm not really watching that apart from Beverly Hills 4. You guys need to watch that.
What's that?
Beverly Hills,
Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
The latest one. That's the greatest theme song of all time. Yeah. Is there a better theme song apart from Pokemon? Is there a better theme song than that?
I wanna be
the very best that no one ever
West
was.
Philadelphia, born and raised. That's way better, bro.
That's
a classic.
Ooh, yeah.
In the playgrounds.
Yeah. That's the one. That's like the one,
bro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give that one. There's not really, yeah, but I feel like Sharp don't watch nothing. He watches like documentaries.
Yeah, Sharp, he's missing the episode that actually caters to him. TV.
No, he doesn't watch. No, but he watches
anything with TV.
No, but he watches.
This is you missed out, Sharp.
But he watches trash TV. He doesn't watch actual shows.
But he watches everything.
No, generally, Westside will talk. He watches like these random stuff.
He still watches Babe Station. I'm joking.
He's not even here to defend himself.
That's what I said.
Call up.
I should message you. I say Babe Station.
Sharp, show us your phone history. The
browser history.
The call log. We need to do the call log.
No, yeah. No,
he's gonna hate me.
No, but we need to start actually. By the way, on the side one, we should say this after the pod, but we need to start watching stuff at the same time so we can review it, like the upcoming stuff.
I'm with that.
Because that's the easy thing.
Nah, but our schedules will never align.
No, watch it within a 3-week period.
Yeah.
Let's watch something.
You man, it's basically saying let's start a book club.
Is that what they call it? Film club? Is that a book club?
Yeah, that's why you read a book and then we'll come and discuss it.
But isn't it nice to watch that together?
That's what a book club is.
That's what a book club is.
Should we start a book club?
No, that's for books.
All right, let's do that.
You just want a film club?
No, we'll do a book club.
I like reading books.
When was the last time you read a book?
I don't want
last year probably.
Last
summer.
Was it?
The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which is a sick book, by the way.
I thought it was taking a piss.
Same.
What?
I've heard The Art of War. I thought he was going to say that. And then
okay, you know what? As a Muslim, I don't like The Art of War and the laws of
48 laws of power.
Because it's like anytime people read them books that are Muslims, they refer to it more than they refer to hadith sometimes in their way of living. Well, I'm not even lying to you. Not everyone, but majority of people I come across. I avoid those kind of motivational kind of books. I don't mind a little quote here from someone on a TikTok, but like them kind of books where it's like teaching you how to live life. Like, bro, we're Muslims, we already know how to, there's a way of living life. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I'm not really into the books, but I like books where it's like,
what is it like? Rule number 1, never outshine the master.
Mental. You know the ones
there?
I think the enemy of my enemy is your friend.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
They got some...
I'm not even trying to live a life.
It's cliche, yeah, but it sounds sick.
But it sounds crazy. I'm not trying to live a life like that because 50 Cent does that where he talks about the laws that he follows.
He made his own, innit? 50 laws of power.
I think so, yeah. Because he does.
He made his
I
own
see it on the TikTok clips where like
he actually like lives by it and he's applied it in his life and it's got him far, to be fair. But he seems like he's very ruthless in that sense of his business.
Can you be rich without being that ruthless? Or do you think you have to? Do you know the money these man make?
Nah.
Do you think you have to change or alter yourself to make that much money?
I think if you haven't made your money through sports, or through just winning the lottery, if you're into that, I think if you've accumulated that wealth via business, I think you have to be ruthless.
You have to 100%.
Will it alter you as a person? Do you think you two now, us three now, you could, if you started a business today, inshallah khair you do one day, you start a business and it starts making that kind of money, do you think you have to alter who you are?
100%, I'll delete your number.
What are you looking at me for?
He wasn't ready for that.
He only said
he
you.
wasn't
He wasn't even looking at you. He looked at me like, motherfucker, I'm deleting your number. First, I'm going to delete it right now.
He wasn't ready for that. Nah.
What's that MJ meme? I took it personal.
That's going to be
MJ.
I want to text him. I'm texting tomorrow morning. Yo, bro, we still cool?
Yeah. But yeah, no, go on.
Nah, I think 100% naturally is, of course, it's going to change you, innit? You're going to be more ruthless in your decision making, the people you spend time with. You're going to, people say, you know what, if I get money, I'm never going to change. You are going to change, but you're going to change for the better. Obviously, it's entirely up to you what type of person you become, because of course you're going to see yourself changing, and ultimately if you don't like certain aspects about yourself, there's always time to kind of just change it, innit? Yeah. But you are naturally going to change and you have to adapt because, of course, the wealthy live a totally different life to the way
Would you want to be that rich?
No.
How much money? What's the cap?
The more richer you are, the more you get questioned.
What cap would you stop at? What's your cap? As in, this is
judgment, cuz.
Yeah. But also, the more lives you can help and benefit.
No, 100%.
So
but you
where
still
would you
get
stop at?
questioned.
No, 100%.
Regardless,
but
you still get questioned.
imagine if you're
what's enough for you, man?
and you're able to answer the questions by saying, I helped orphans, I helped.
For me, I'd say 5.2 million. No, I'm joking. I'd say for me, it's just enough. It's just enough to be able to live.
This is gonna go to our next topic after. We'll chat about what we chat about before. But what is enough for you, right? To say this is what would be enough for me to be happy with, and also it doesn't alter me to a point where I have to change to be someone else because of the money I'm making or the businesses that I'm running. 5k a month, 10k a month, 20k a month, 100,000 a month,
brother.
But that's the thing, innit? We've clearly lived on a lot less because I'm gonna assume here. I don't think none of us are earning 5k a month. So we're able to live on less than that, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you used to give me automatically now, let's say 10k a month.
Yeah.
Now, that's not going to change your life, but it's definitely going to improve the quality of it.
More options in life.
More options. And then, obviously...
Your outgoings increases.
That's also comes with it. Your outgoings will increase. But also, it depends on what decisions you make. Like, are you going to invest it? Are you just sitting on it? Are you saving it? Like... So not everyone is good with money. That's the reality.
That's what
I'm not saying you man are bad with it, but we don't you know how to handle the money that you've always had, if that makes sense. Like the money that you're earning, you've had it long enough to know how to handle it. But if you just wake up that's why a lot of the people that win lottery end up broke after 2-3 years because you can't they've never been in a position where they've just had $1 million in bulk sitting in their account. You go mad because you've never had it before.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like to answer your question, what would be enough? I think for me, if I could own outright 3 houses, then that would be enough for me. One I'd live in, the other 2 I'm renting, and then whatever I'm making for that, I swear that's all I'd need. I think that will be enough for me to be happy and have a quality of life that I want. But remember, the houses, all 3 have to be paid off, no mortgage.
That's hard.
What does that actually cost in London? I'm not trying to do it outside of London. So
you should look up north though.
No, as a business, definitely.
No, seriously,
but for me to live, I'll be real. If I'm
prices in north,
advocate for north.
No, bro, do you know how crazy it is?
No, 100%. I've always said.
Have you ever seen the house prices? Have you ever actually seen it?
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I'm just.
First of all, you would know actually, because
of course.
But you know, my problem is, I've always said, if I'm living in England, for me, it has to be London.
But
I'm happy to move abroad to a different country. But if I'm going to stay in England, I'm staying in London, bro.
But you can stay.
It's home for me.
You can stay.
Coming home.
But some...
Brexit means Brexit.
You can stay, but like some of your properties can be outside.
Exactly.
London,
that's
what 100.
That's what
my living quarters will be in London. And then, if we're talking as a business, but then it depends, innit? Like, are you hands-on? Are you not? If you want to be hands-on, maybe you want it to be in London. And also the property... Remember, if you've got enough to buy 3 houses, then alhamdulillah, you got probably a decent amount of money.
Yeah, coming in, 100%.
Which means you'll also get more income from those houses because of rent. Rent costs more in London.
Yeah, by a mile.
That's why maybe if I could afford to do it in London, I wouldn't think about going up north, like wherever that may be. As much as they are cheaper, rent is also cheaper.
It's a good conversation though, because I like the reason I was saying, obviously in the group chat, like the topics.
Yeah.
We're in a stage now, and we'll get onto what you were saying before. I haven't forgot that yet, but we're in a stage now where people are telling you, I can teach you how to make 10,000 a month. You go on TikTok, 10,000. Just buy my book.
Yeah,
just buy my course.
Have you ever fell for that?
Never in my life, bro. But you know what I find it crazy? Obviously, we're from the old school. Firstly, we never tell people how much we make. That's never been a thing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we're
do you find that awkward if someone asks
ridiculous,
you how much you
bro.
No, but do you find it awkward to answer?
Yeah.
How much do you make?
Probably like 10 bag a month.
I tried it.
He's not even a good liar.
He's not even a good liar.
I ain't got 10 bag a month. But no, but like the reason I was gonna say is, you see how we're chatting now. People, this whole push that they do now about 10k a month, take my course. It could be property, trade, whatever people are doing, sales, marketing. There's a lot of different venues. Yeah. But I'm like, the biggest thing you can teach someone if you really rock with them is how to save the money you currently have, because it's not about making more money. It's about working what you have, because making more money means more expenses, more outgoings, but you haven't learned the language of money. So like, you might have 2k, work how you can work around 2k before you start thinking about, I need another 2k, because that's never ending.
Yeah.
But if you can live within your means and actually start making savings from like 2.5 a month, which is probably the average in London, I'm going to assume, 2.5 might be, bro, you can make a lot of saves, but you have to do a lot of cost cutting.
Before we move on, why is it awkward that not in this country we don't like to disclose what we're earning, whereas in America they're free with that information? It's like,
are they free with it?
Yeah, in America they're very like,
but we're more.
It's like, I make I make 1,500 plus tips. Like they just talk about it. It's very like they just throw. It's a throw.
But that's a cultural thing because for them, man,
here, it's like I'm not saying like no one, and I agree with you. I find that conversation awkward.
I don't know why it would come up. Like in my head, I'm like, why would that come up?
Because what if they want to apply for? Let's say you work in a business. It's like, I want to apply. How much do you make? Because they want to try and work out what they're okay. No, but do you know what I mean?
Well, standoffish.
There's also within context that if someone, this happened to me a few times. If someone said, "Oh, bro, I want to apply for when I was at Heathrow. I want to go for your job, bro. How much they earning?" I might not say exactly what I'm earning because I was probably on different contracts. Because the longer you're somewhere, they get older contracts, newer contracts. I'll be like, bro, it's probably between like 22 to 24 if you're an officer. I'll never say
give him a
wage. I'll be able to answer it, but it's also answering their question.
Would you do the same if it was like, let's say you're gonna get married and you meet her dad, and her dad says, "How much you make?" Like,
I feel like I would.
Would you say the range, or would you give him the actual figure after tax?
I'll probably tell him.
You don't want to give him the range now?
No, I'll probably tell him out of respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't like it.
Before tax or after tax?
Before tax.
Hey, national insurance.
But I think again, this context with the pops. And I'm trying to take his daughter's hand.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'll probably be like, yeah, first, but like we're pulling.
Would you find it awkward though? Like, right, I can't believe he asked, or would you be like, nah, that's respect?
I'll probably think it's awkward for a second, but just the respect I have for her, of course. For my future father-in-law, I'll probably just like not even think about it afterwards.
Let's say you're earning a healthy amount, and he says, all right, big man, listen, yeah, I need $5 a month in it. I'll give you my daughter, but big man, I need $5.
That's prostitution, bro. I'll tell him that's prostitution. What the hell is that? No, the fuck is that? That's prostitution.
The way you worded it made it sound a lot worse than the way he
crazy.
No, that's crazy. No, he said I need $5, bro.
Yeah, for her.
No, for him. He's just saying
help out the family as well.
Yeah. He said,
help us out as well.
He's saying what? He worded it like that though.
No,
don't do that.
I don't know how he worded it.
No,
don't do that.
He took it left.
And also, he's a left guy. You know when he goes left anyhow. So don't protect him.
He does have wild scenarios.
Randomly, bro. Yeah, don't do that now.
Wild scenarios. But
if you had said it, the answer wouldn't be the same.
All right, cool.
This guy is wild.
Yeah. Is that a common thing where they say, like, you know what? Like, if you help out the family.
Nah.
Is that not a common thing?
I've never known. We have too much pride.
What I was saying is just hypothetical.
Yeah, he's just joking around. That's not a thing, bro. Like, that's not a thing. And if that was to ever come out, your wife might look at you and say, "Listen, my family really need help. Can we support them?"
Yeah.
That might be an angle, but that's
a different angle.
That's a calm angle. Yeah, but in terms of the family having an expectation of you paying or helping out as expected, that chat can't run because we care about our image. Like a family would never let. That's mad.
Yeah.
Like if you were to be known as that as a family,
I agree.
I think it's not even just a Somali thing. I think ethnically, I don't think anyone's letting that run.
I don't think that happens in it.
There is a funny fact. There's some funny things I've known. Like obviously here, if I'm married, so obviously I married my wife. You pay for like the wedding as the man in it. Yeah. I think it's Sri Lankans, and if you have a Sri Lankan, if you correct me if I'm wrong, I think the father of the daughter pays for the wedding.
The father of the daughter.
So the daughter side pay for everything.
Oh, okay.
And apparently there's another culture that does that as well, that flips. It's just a funny thing I learned. I was like, that's a bit, to me, that sounds so crazy.
Someone said to me, the Pakistani community does that as well. I don't know if guys, anyone that's Pakistani from the Pakistani community.
I can find out if you've got a lot of Pakistani friends.
Because I've heard that one before.
That the wife, the bride.
Yeah, their side. But then bear in mind, they have different functions in it.
They have like 3.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's one of them or whatever.
I would assume they might pay for like 1. I'm gonna have to find this out because I know a few Pakistanis, but I feel like because they have like mad events and they go off, by the way, yeah. But I think they might pay for like 1 or 2 or
something like that.
And the big wedding.
Something like
Is common practice to go halves, or am I just making that up? Is that common practice?
Depends on the family situations. I feel like some families that are just in a certain way might want to. If they, let's say they want a bigger wedding, they might say, "Listen, we really want a big wedding. We're gonna chip in." Yeah. Because you've obviously come with what you're gonna pay. So I think to nowadays, I think it is. I think it might be more maybe, but in general it's not. I don't think. I don't think
in general I don't think it is.
I don't think it's a general consensus. But I've seen it.
It just depends on the situation and the circumstances again, innit?
Yeah.
But generally I don't.
What are you saying? You prep it is.
I don't even want a wedding. I don't even want a wedding. I've never wanted a wedding. Like this ain't new information.
You said it.
I've never wanted a wedding. I wanted a nikah, of course, because
I regret having a wedding, by the way.
First and foremost, but I honestly believe, as beautiful it is, like to celebrate that moment and have a memory with where you and your wife can look back on, and especially inshallah, like years down the look, like let's say you're 30 years deep into the marriage, you can look back and say, oh, look how young we were and stuff like that.
I regret it.
Do you?
Financially,
you regret it, or just
I wish I never had a wedding.
You don't regret the day.
You never forget you never regret the day of like. There's a lot of
just
love.
How much you spent on it, maybe.
Nah, the money wasn't like the money's gone now, innit? But just in general, I probably wouldn't have had a wedding because I've never.
It's pointless.
It's just pointless.
That's how I've always seen it. I feel like.
But I also, just because my wife's gonna watch this, I also in the wedding was not opposed to it.
Yeah.
After we accepted we're gonna have a wedding, I was never on it when we was together. But once it got to the stage of like the Sordonist, like basically going to the house and that was something I expected.
See, the way I see it,
and I had some of my friends turn up, and I was like, I wish I didn't. I wish it wasn't. It was free mixing at the end. That's my biggest regret. I had that some of my friends came to wedding at the end.
I think
wish
if it's a women's only kind of thing settings, then it's nice, isn't it?
That's the thing. I'm not a dictator. So if my wife to be says, you know what, I want a small little wedding. I want to do my family thing, you know. Like, I want you to be there because ultimately she doesn't want to be standing there alone.
Are you walking in? You mean
Yeah, I'll do all that, but I don't want a wedding, the generic, massive, everyone's there, music, DJ. Like I'm not on that at all. And I feel like even if it's a humble wedding and it costs 10 to 15k, that's 10 to 15k. We could better use it to start our life together. Whether it's
especially nowadays, I think that's the
getting
teaching.
A place together.
You got to show man that now. You got to show the younger lot and even our friends that are still not married. Like one right here, man.
Listen, I'm learning off two vets.
I've got 7.5 in the game now. Yeah, 7.5. 7.5. Yeah, what? No,
get less for murder.
March.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
That was a sensational one.
Oh, wallahi, Izzy's the goat.
No.
That's a clippable moment.
Yeah, every time.
Izzy.
We don't have any like
we
Izzy's
don't
just
have now.
clippable.
We're dead.
Look at these.
When there's no lighting on either.
Flattery gets you everywhere.
No. But 7 4 months. Yeah, 7
yeah,
4 months.
No, mashallah. And long may it continue.
I think I'm gonna get to a point though when I hit like 45, I might do the Somali midlife crisis that the uncles do when they disappear. All of them are like 45, 46. They disappear, go to Somalia and come back with a second wife. And no one knows why.
You know what, yeah?
If your wife is watching this, you're in the doghouse.
Yeah, he's definitely in the doghouse now.
Definitely in the doghouse.
He's trying his hardest to be in the doghouse.
I want to be in the doghouse. That's my boo, man. She never put me in the doghouse. But no,
guys, let's give him one.
They all are, man. They know me. But to be fair, someone said to my wife's friend, I watched his podcast. So you know it was me, obviously, or my wife. I watched his podcast. This guy always talks about his wife. It's such a nice podcast. So obviously she told my wife. Of course. My wife came back to me because you fucking nerd. She goes, everyone thinks you're some lovey-dovey guy when you're really just like an arsehole. I was like, it's a rebranding. I'm going to rebrand. But I want to get into, I really enjoyed this. I want to get into the final part, which was the financial side. But can we speak about politics? You were talking about?
Oh yeah. The politics. Obviously, everyone knows the change in politics. Obviously, new prime minister and that. Obviously, Labour coming in, Conservative out. I think Conservatives have been in almost 15 years or so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
You don't. So do you not follow politics at all?
Wallahi, I actively
do you vote?
I voted. I haven't voted this time around, but I vote.
But do you vote with the purpose of trying to make a benefit and a change, or do you just vote because it's good for your credit score?
Yeah. So I have no faith in the government.
So your vote is pointless then?
Zero. It should be a minus.
But when you vote, sorry to cut you, when you vote, do you even know?
That's so bad.
Obviously, you know who you're voting for, but do you know why you're voting for them?
I've always voted Labour.
Yeah, but why?
Because I'm Somali. You know how it is.
No, that's a common.
Not that there's anything against Labour or for Labour, but I'm saying to you, you can't just vote on the basis that's what Somalis do.
I think that's the common way of thinking.
No, I know. But you have a responsibility. You have children, right?
Absolutely.
The one we know of.
Oh my God.
I'm flowing tonight.
I'm sending him to the doghouse.
My boy.
He's already there, so he's already there.
You know that was, by the way. You're gonna get me killed tonight, bro.
Sorry, not sorry.
Go on, broski, go on.
Yeah, so obviously you've got kids, so obviously you owe it to your kids to make at least an informed decision when you're voting, because
what
any changes, bro.
What we informed about? Because you know when this is not the first time I've heard this energy for the answers. I tell people the same things. When it comes to politics, the reason I'm completely off it now as I get older is they're all on the same shit anyhow.
Let them be.
Hear me out. First and foremost, they're on the same shit, yeah. Brother, we had in COVID people that couldn't go to their granny's janazas, or their grandmother's funeral,
or their child's birth.
Bro, I waited outside for my son till he was at a stage where I was allowed to come in. So I'm sitting outside. These are the things that were happening, right? Because COVID was a real thing. People died from COVID. We had our friends' fathers die from it, bro. Do you get it? And you got man partying, having parties, yeah.
No.
Hear me out. Let me finish that. They're partying, doing whatever they want to do, and none of that was accounted for or being held to a certain standard. They just use that as smoke and mirrors, and all these parties have their own agendas. You've got the racist people who might be telling us the most truth. The right-wingers, they might be the most honest because they're saying they hate us. Then you've got these other people, these other parties, for example, yeah? No one out of these politicians is doing anything for us. They all just want to be empowered to empower themselves. Informed decision for me is knowing that they're all corrupt. So the informed decision is my decision is not valid.
Okay,
that's the honest truth, bro.
No. But then you still voted. You may have just
for
voted.
My credit.
Nah, then you should have just voted for Nico.
I will do next time. Wallahi. I will do next time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I will vote for Nico. I didn't even know he was running, but I will vote for him.
Wallahi,
I only saw it recently. He's independent, innit?
He's independent.
Yeah, I only obviously I don't follow them and do, but I saw it now because he had an L sign behind Rishi Sunak, innit?
Yeah.
Even these politicians, you ask.
I like the glasses he wears.
And he wears the
5-year-old glasses.
He wears the blazer with tech piece bottoms, innit?
Yeah.
But my whole point is this, innit? Like Nico was probably the most honest out of everyone.
Yeah.
And he's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
These man, you're telling me have an informed vote against man. No, if you ask him a question, a hard-hitting question, what are you going to do about the NHS? What are you going to do about waiting list? What are you going to do about the cost of living crisis? Why are the petrol prices so high? All of these things, and they can never give you a direct answer. How can you tell me that I should go out of my way to have an informed decision about man that don't even want to answer questions? Forget policies, even questions they can't answer. That's mental, bro.
Yeah, but then why are you voting then? Why don't you just abstain?
For my credit, I don't want to be voted. Bro, I wouldn't vote I thought you get in trouble for that stuff anyhow. My mom always told me that. But I just thought we don't
get in trouble for it, bro.
That's what you do.
Who told you get in trouble?
That's what you do.
I don't,
no, sorry, not trouble. Sorry,
you have a right not to vote as well.
No, not in trouble. Sorry, not in trouble. That sounds mad. But it affects you. It can negatively, adversely affect your credit score.
Oh, definitely. That's
no,
true.
Yeah. You just need I swear, if I'm not mistaken, is you just need to be registered to vote. That's it. You don't have to actively vote. If I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, you know what? That might also be.
You might be, but again, I'm not informed that. But like I said, I can't be given a serious energy towards these answers, towards the topic when. These man, look at Rishi Sunak, bro. His wife, no. What's the other brother that was in before? That was in Celebrity. I forgot his name. A Celebrity Get Me Out of Here.
Who?
The health secretary. What was his name again?
Oh.
And he was lipsing the girl in the office.
Oh, my man, that guy's funny, man.
He's lipsing the girl in the office. What's his name?
Guys, remind us in the comment section.
Some joke, man.
Yeah. That guy's all.
But was it not his brother-in-law that had? And again, this might be fake news. Please correct me because I don't want to spread fake news. Yeah. That had shares or owned a company that sold gloves and for the PPE.
A lot of them have like ties with certain companies that benefit.
Yeah, I think it's brother-in-law.
Self-interest, innit? Don't get me wrong, innit?
So what am I voting for if they're all corrupt?
There's corruption everywhere,
Nico, you don't watch it, but you got my vote next time.
Big man, there's corruption everywhere, innit? But regardless, innit, if you're voting, at least vote based on something that you believe in. Whether they deliver on that
believe
or
in
not.
What? Sorry, but what do you mean believe in? Because I'm saying I don't believe in them.
As in whatever. Obviously,
no,
but that's my whole point. No, I'm saying
certain policies, or maybe they might promise, for example, like they might say we're not gonna cut funding to NHS, and you might think, you know what, that's a good thing.
But okay, do you not learn after a while? You see, remember how we always talk about conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
And we talk about theys. So we're like like the Illuminati. There's no such thing. So tell you what it is. There's a system in place that people are all benefiting from, whether they know it or not. So for example, you know when you say cut NHS waiting list, this is a random example, but this is how I assume it works with the little information I have. They can't, okay, Izzy West, just to let you know, I'm voting, I'm representing this party, I am going to cut the NHS waiting list. That's not their fucking choice. There are 4 or 5 different groups of people, whether it's people that own businesses, that own lands, people that have investments in the products, in the equipment that we use, that we sell to hospitals, all that kind of stuff, that have a bigger say than who the Prime Minister is, because there's money in their pocket. Everyone's incentivized in these systems to make sure that to make sure that we stay as messed up as we are, because it benefits them. Petrol crisis is a perfect example. The petrol crisis out of nowhere, when man are having queues and all that stuff, where the prices are skyrocketing, they're saying there's not enough. Yeah. It's because it was expiring, because no one was driving during lockdown.
Was it?
110%. Well, how can you have a petrol crisis, my bro?
I don't know.
How do you have a petrol crisis?
The Ukraine and Russia war.
Yeah.
They wasn't able to import a lot of the oil from that side of the world. It wasn't that. Listen, whether it's true or not, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm also not saying you're 100% right.
I might not be right, but
no, I think there's some
fishy stuff going on.
Listen, I've always believed that the powers that be, or the government, whatever you want to call them, there's something above them. Call it what you want. Some people say Illuminati, some people say this, that. I think there are things in place above them that actually call the shots.
It's systemic. It's not even a person. I'm just saying.
Yeah, a system or something.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's a they. I'm saying there's an old system here, like capitalism, where there's a system in place that's been in for so long. It's impossible for people. You see, like, have you watched Dave Chappelle's thing about? He's talking about South Africa, the apartheid.
Yeah.
Okay, he was basically saying what they done in South Africa was the reason that they managed to avoid this bloodbath. Yeah, was that they basically came to a decision or a thought process where they said the people themselves are not the criminals here. They are a victim of the system, and the system should be tried. So what they were saying was, because the system itself is the problem, not the people, whatever you've gained from this or benefited from it, put your hands up so we know what's going on here and you won't be tried for it. With the system in place, the reason I don't like politics is because no one can ever change anything, because for it to be changed, people have to put their hand up and say, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, I made about 3 billion of you lot dying. I made 2 billion off the NHS PPEs. So the system's not going to change. So what am I voting for if they can't change it?
Okay.
It's the truth, though.
Let me ask you.
Look at pharmacies, bro. How much are pharmacies? Pharmacies made billions during the thing.
And
is that even
they
logical?
Will continue to make billions, bro. They make billions off paracetamol.
No, always. But I'm saying the increase. So in COVID, where people aren't making as much money, we're now actually financially having the effects of COVID because of the furlough. People have been paid to be at home, all that stuff there.
You know what?
Brother, they were eating off it.
No, 100%.
So how are you changing anything?
Let's just say that COVID disease was real. Let's say all of it, everyone believes 100% is real.
Yeah, it was real, by the way. I believe it was real. Yeah,
real to the point of it was. I
don't think it was.
I don't think it was as big as they make it out. Sorry, I think there was a
but we have to be careful because people watch it. I had people that died from it, so we're careful.
No, 100%.
Are you saying COVID is not real, or the measurements they took were not necessary for that illness?
Because
the illness is real.
I think the measurements they took.
Yeah, no, I just want to be clear because there's people that lost parents and stuff. I don't want us to mess up. Sorry, Wes, but yeah.
I think the measure and the way they handled it and the way how big they made it seem, the pandemic, the epidemic rather. I think that they over, like, I don't know if it's scare tactics. I don't know if it's
it was an unnecessary measure. They took unnecessary measures for something, in my opinion, that didn't require that, but it benefited them for other reasons.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when I said let's just say it was towers. Real. Yeah, do you remember that? The 5G towers.
That was crazy. Pigeons dying.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? Yeah, during COVID, people were saying, yeah, this is the reason why there's COVID, and people were just attacking these 5G towers.
Yeah, they actually broke them down. Legitly broke them down. They legitly were. I think the first
everyone was going mad on that.
Yeah, I saw pigeons. They were saying, like, look at these pigeons. Someone took a picture of the towers and saying, look at the pigeons, they're dead. Yeah, this is why. And then I see now. Obviously, you watch something now, it's on your FYPs and stuff. Now I'm seeing like the whole conversation about this. I'm not saying, yo, they listen to everything, but yeah, go on, broski.
You know, I was going to say, so whatever illness comes out, the pharmacy are going to benefit anyway. Because if there is a legit illness, which we're saying COVID was.
Yeah, we're talking about the measure.
Have a vaccination.
Companies have to pump in millions to try and get a solution. So the companies that are making those medicine is going to profit anyway. Yeah. Okay, so there's no way around them not profiting.
But we're on the same page. So what's the point of voting of something when I say systemically, there's people above it, like Big Pharma, where you can't have.
I feel like even though
what's Labour going to do, that Conservative or what's the right wing called now? I don't know. I feel like
when you throw a stone into the ocean, it's not going to change the ocean. But the ripples it causes, eventually, if there's enough stones thrown, the ripples, can make a change.
You hear that? Never. That's a great. I never like questioning his growth because they're great. Yeah. But broski, I completely understand what you're saying. Yeah. But to me, that's more of a, in my opinion, not to counteract what you're saying, that's more of a great idea than it's realistic, because the system in place now, there's too many people benefiting from it.
But then with your logic is, if everyone handled it the way you did, then there definitely wouldn't be any change, because no one's going to be like, who cares anyway? There's no point. Let's just accept it.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Like, let's say everyone thought like you and said, I don't care who I'm voting for.
Do you feel your votes have a direct impact as to what happens? Because
long enough, because over a long enough period,
because a majority,
100%.
Bear in mind with politics, for example, it's almost like a game to them. Like, we have to go to this town because if we say, because they understand the game. If we come here and have 2 speeches within this week, we'll probably get a 10% swing towards votes and favours. Because there's people that aren't informed, which is majority of Middle England, for example, where their interest is more to do with immigration, more to do with, I hate ethnics, for example, as opposed to Rwanda, as opposed to the actual real issues, which is NHS. Wait list, for example, talking about the cost of living, like
housing and all that,
crisis, but they don't care about that because, like, why are these 3 guys in our country? So when we're talking about making changes, there's too many people that don't care about that. For me now to think I'm going to make a change, brother. When England play tomorrow, hear me out. When England play tomorrow, if you are watching it in Box Park or anywhere where there's a majority of England fans, you better pray to God if you're an ethnic that England win. You better pray to God, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. No.
So what we talking about? Like, again, not you lot, but it's just we're just podding. But like, what we talking about here is the systems in place.
Let me ask you a question then.
It's a good topic, by the way, Wes.
I appreciate it. What changes would you like to see?
Gonna make a change.
What, as in policy-wise?
For once in my life.
What song was that?
Oh,
huh?
I got it.
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, no, don't worry, no. They know.
I missed that train.
They know.
MJ.
They know.
So what changes?
in the mirror.
What changes would you like to see? Or let's say you're the prime minister. What changes would you make?
Okay, so this is basically based on, because whatever I say now is going to obviously argue against my whole points of what I believe. I don't believe the system can ever be changed. But this is a great conversation to have.
Okay.
So let's just say everything was rosy and fine, whatever. Yeah. For me, the first tackle I would have as a prime minister would probably be cost of living crisis. That's probably the main thing, because again, we were talking about this before, but we probably won't get into it now because we've been doing this, which is lovely now. But we're talking about like everyone's selling the dream on socials, that everyone's making money and everyone's happy, everyone's going on holidays 10 times a week. In the real world, that's not a reality. A lot of people are struggling to make ends meet. A lot of people, I think it was like a certain percentage of people don't have their own savings. Even more so, some people are living month to month. So the real world, not TikTok and all this stuff, some people are making 10K. The cost of living crisis, we need to get to a point where people can actually afford to live. Forget everything else. The other thing that I know it sounds weird, but I wish they treated the veterans of their wars, much better than they do, personally.
Okay.
Like, that's just my own, because it doesn't make sense how someone can fight for your country and you've put them in this pedestal, but you're more interested in immigration than the veteran that doesn't have. I know a veteran that in his house had his cooker on because his heater was too expensive. He had his cooker on.
Yeah.
So that's just another side.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
that's just another side, but I don't really like.
But also, the war they fought in was a result of the politics that happened before that.
Yeah, and they don't get benefit. They don't benefit of fighting for their country, if that's what they want to call it. Yeah, that's a side point. But back to me, my point would be cost of living crisis. I'd find it outrageous that someone has to work a side hustle on top as maybe a father, maybe as a mother now, or bump the system to just to live.
2 to 3 incomes.
2 to 3 incomes just to be.
You know, I know someone that's moved back in their mum's house.
Mortgage prices have gone up.
House prices have gone up. Rental prices have gone up.
It's almost impossible now. They said it's almost impossible for like young, let's say mid to early 30s, mid 20s to early 30s, or even mid 30s even, to buy a house now. Like, unless you're on.
And by the way, quick question.
You've got to be earning at least, I think, 70 bags plus.
You know when they say the UK's in debt, who the fuck are we in debt to?
That's just.
Everyone's in debt. Every country's in debt.
No, the country, like, obviously there's the GDP. We're in debt to the Bank of England.
The Bank of England.
Yes.
Because you're borrowing. So every time they make changes,
I'm saying
borrow money, more money gets printed by the bank.
And that's how inflation.
That is how
economics. I'm completely with. I'm saying it in jest.
I didn't even study economics and I know that.
No, I'm saying it in jest. I understand the economy side of it, who we owe and what happens and the reason why it is why we can't just print more money. What I'm saying is that not mad when you say it without context? The country owes the Bank of England.
Yeah, no, of course.
Forget context. Forget telling me the economy, the economics of it. That is insane, bro.
Yeah, I hear your logic, but then it's still you've got to vocalize that, because ultimately you are in debt. You need to win. You need to get that money back and recoup that money because you've borrowed it, and you've borrowed it from the bank at a rate. So ultimately, you need to get that money back from the people. Are you
talking about us owing it?
No, the government. Yeah, the government have borrowed it from the bank at a rate. They need.
You're missing my point. I understand that.
Yeah.
I completely understand when it comes to debt. We're talking about all that.
You're just saying that. Say it as.
I'm saying that as it stands. Is like, for example, saying now, how are we paying for water?
What do you mean, as a country, or?
Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, why are we paying for water? I'm talking about without context. Business is business, capitalism. I'm saying, but it's not we're not talking cost of living crisis. No, look, there's things that don't make sense to me. We shouldn't have to pay for living water the same way we should have to pay for air.
Well, your water prices are going up, just to let you know.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I think the water thing.
I know. Trust me, bro.
They justify it by saying they make it clean enough that you're able to drink and not get.
And how much are these companies making?
That process takes money.
How much are they making?
I couldn't tell you.
Should it be in a profit or should it be breaking even? if it's for the country? Again, this is an idealist. This is an idealist strategy. This is not realistic.
No one makes a business with the idea to break even. So as long as it is a business,
and it shouldn't be a business, but if you're serving the country,
of course.
But this is the thing, you know what?
And they want to talk about immigration, bro. There's bigger issues we have. Man, bro, come on, bro.
Where things went wrong, I think, in my personal opinion, is
Brexit.
No, not even Brexit.
That was an absolute joke.
A lot of like organizations were privatized. A lot of organizations that actually belong to the country were privatized. Like even that's like the water.
Thames Valley Water,
is private. For example, Royal Mail now is being has been privatized.
Yeah.
Certain things that
in the governmental infrastructure.
Were in the governmental structure. That the government could actually affect things on.
That's what they want NHS to become.
Like electric and stuff like that should all be like within the government. You know all those household stuff. That should be within the government, and ultimately, once it's privatized, once it's privatized, bro, of course they're gonna look for money in it.
But then I don't know. I feel.
What would you lot change? Because I think I've rambled on my point for way too long for you, man. What would you lot change?
What would I change?
If you had a policy to pick up, that was your question, innit?
Yeah. I'd change the taxes. I'd make it lower. But I'd bring in a lot of regulations in the sense of like, blood, man's paying council tax, yeah. And you're telling me my bins have gone from being collected every week to now 2 weeks, and if I don't put it outside my house, it don't get collected. Yeah, it's just there's some we pay for road tax. You're telling me you're telling me that you can't fix the roads. Every year there's bare road like it don't make sense, and there's people that are not held accountable. Bro, you're hearing of councils going bankrupt. Have you ever heard that in your life?
I have not heard that, no.
A council, I think was it Birmingham Council or something that went bankrupt.
I want to check on it. I actually want to read on that. That's insane.
It's crazy.
I've never heard of that.
But this is the thing. People should be held accountable. And ultimately...
But how can they be in a system?
It doesn't matter, bro. You bring in laws to make them
because the system itself is everyone's eating. How can it be held accountable?
No. It doesn't matter, bro. But do
you get my point, though?
I get it. But I'm saying if it was me... I'd make sure that people are held accountable. So now Sorry, brother, right now, if you as an individual, if you now go and steal money from your workplace, you're being held accountable.
Yeah.
So if I'm now in a position of power and I've pocketed more money than I should have, I've wrote off expenses that I shouldn't have, I should be held accountable.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening. So a lot of men are saying, yo, I've got a couple of yards here, travel this, that, and they just get
the ones that are making the laws are the ones that don't want to be held accountable because they know they're doing dodgy dealings.
I hear that, but that's the thing, though.
What happened to those people that were dancing during COVID anyhow? Did they ever get jailed for that? The ones that were having a party that broke the rules?
They got a fine, that's it.
Just a fine, yeah?
Yeah, just a slap on the wrist,
slap on the wrist.
You get me?
Crazy.
If that was you would have a couple of months, bro. Maybe a month, maybe something. You would have done community service or something, bro.
Yeah, they would have had me by the balls. What's your policy?
I'll be honest, I never really thought about it, bro. It's not really politics. Not really my bag. It's not something I really care much enough for me to learn about. It probably should be, but I'm more like you in the terms of, as much as I do vote and I still research who I vote for, I still don't really care enough to dive into it. But if we're talking just off the top of my head, I'll probably say like I don't know, I might start maybe like make more emphasis on religious studies in schools. So I'll start with the kids, and I feel like the society has become godless. And I think that's because, I don't know about you lot, but in my school, RE was a free lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just a ban. You just go there, but you know you're not learning. Like, you're there to bounce, you're just sitting there for an hour.
High school,
it's a free lesson, quote unquote. You're there in the room, but it's not like when you're in maths class where you feel, I actually need to learn this. Yeah,
it wasn't, it's optional almost, isn't it? Because it was optional in year 10 and year 11.
I feel like the more schools have come away from that, and this could be anything, even like Church of England schools, they're teaching pretty much anything that even goes against their own religion. Like, so I feel like I'd probably make a policy to say, all right, let's fund more money into that. And that might make the society's way of thinking, it might just, if people have more fear in God and more like respect for God as well, things might decrease. So crimes, they probably won't, because I think people do crimes more.
I don't think.
It probably won't. But I don't know. I think off the top of my head, that'll be something that I'll probably say, you know what, let's invest more into that and see if it makes a change on society as a large. But whether it change anything, probably not, because most people do crime because they have to, because of money.
These are good pipe dreams, though. These ain't shit changing it. Great pipe dreams. Wallah, ain't. When you see, when you start to like get older, as we are now, and you just start to look at things for what they are, and you're like, bro, this don't make no sense. Like when you're seeing, like, majority of these racist people just chatting about immigration, and then you get these people that ask them questions about like why, and then you see they don't have an answer, and they hate you. That's fine. I don't really care about that. It's like shit. They got to vote. And there's parties that want them to vote, and then their vote actually, because there's so many of them, like, is a swing. It's like, bro, like, is this really democracy then?
But you saw that in Brexit, when everyone voted to leave, and then once they left and then realized, all right, we've been lied to. A lot of them come out and said, "Oh, it was a mistake. I can't believe they did that to me. They pulled the wall."
But they're still more angry at immigrants. That's what's mad. They should be fuming at them because, like, bear in mind, Brexit. I've not studied it. That will
never change, though.
There's a massive issue with
hate
Brexit
for immigrants, but it's really understandable. Like I just don't understand it personally, because ultimately these immigrants that you're talking about are the ones that are coming in that are paying the taxes for the country that is yours.
Hey, did you see that girl? Sorry, did you see that girl? There's a show, or not a podcast, but it's like a studio show in America. I think Whoopi Goldberg's on it. They were talking about racism in America. And Donald Trump, they're like, Donald Trump, if you kick all these Mexicans out, who's going to be cleaning your toilets? And they all go, whoa.
That was
you see it?
Sharon Osbourne's daughter.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
She's trying to make a serious point, like, Donald Trump.
Girl the judge from X Factor, she's English.
Ozzy Osbourne.
She's married to Ozzy Osbourne, the rock star.
I haven't seen it, but what, Sharon?
No, it's
Sharon's the mother.
Okay.
What's her name? Karen, is her name?
I don't know her daughter's name. But
her daughter, literally, they're having a conversation about immigration. They talk about Donald Trump. Serious conversation. She goes, yeah, man, Donald Trump, if you kick out all these Mexicans, who's going to be cleaning our toilets?
And she said it thinking that she slapped. She thought she said something.
I'm going to send you the clip. And they're all like, yo.
And then she's like, no, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, the jobs that people don't want to do, cleaners, and it just got worse and worse. And then they cut to a break. She thought she slapped.
But it just shows you, like, you see, when it comes to like immigrants, bro, they come here for a better life ultimately, innit?
Yeah.
There's no
and
way
you mess up some of their countries.
There's no way you can tell me like a man or a woman has traveled across the sea in a boat, blood. Yeah, that's not gonna do any job. That's given to them
100%.
And ultimately, once they start working, bro, they're paying taxes. They're funding money into your country. Why are you complaining? Yeah. You ain't gonna do that job. What are you talking about? I don't understand where their hate comes from.
That's hilarious.
Fair enough, if them man are getting turfed out because there's new workers and they're getting paid less, I can understand that from that aspect. But you ain't even doing that job, so why are you so pressed?
But some of it's stupidity though. You see the guy that was arguing.
But they're coming from a point of privilege. It's like, I don't want to do it, but I don't want you to do it either.
You see the guy that said
that's the mentality. No, but that's the mentality.
It's never gonna get done.
I know, but you go argue with a brick wall. Like, that's the mentality.
You see the guy that said basically, he goes like, yeah, man, they're taking all our jobs, these immigrants, man. Like, I can't get a job, whatever. She went, oh, so you can't. The interview's like, so you can't get a job? No. How come? Oh no, me, I got a criminal case.
He's got a criminal record. He's got a record. Yeah,
I got a record. I can't get a job. Yeah. And I think apparently after they said he's done an R or something like that, or essay, something mad. I'm like, but how this guy? You got bigger fish to fry, like big man. You're chatting about local immigrants. You got bigger fish to fry.
Like that's I think that type of mentality is like passed on. You learn that. I think they learn that from young, and so we need to somehow like stop that mentality. How? I don't know. That I wish I knew. Because
we'll
let us know what you lot would change, innit? If you lot were in a place of power, if you were the Prime Minister.
Oh, that's a good question. Write down in the comments. If you had a policy,
let us know in the comment section what policies you would change, and just let us know. It'll be interesting to see.
We'll pin it, because we'll say, what would you do if you was what policy would you put in if you was Prime Minister? We'll pin it on the comments. Let's see the replies we get with it.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I was going to quickly ask you. We can wrap it up. It's up to you lot. I was going to ask you. Have you not? What's your thoughts on this TikTok? People say I can make you 10k a month. Let me sell you a course. Do you have any thoughts on those things?
I've never ever watched it and took it serious. Like I don't even watch it.
Do you believe it?
Nah, I think it's just clickbait, and I think they monetize off the numbers of videos that people think are like.
Or buy the course.
Yeah, I think it's more of a. I don't.
'Cause I
don't
only
wanna say
like
it's a scam, but I feel like it's a scam.
I think majority.
I could be wrong.
I think some people are doing it properly, which is a fact. There's no chance.
No, but
There's
you know
people
what
out there
I feel-
doing it. There's people definitely out there doing it
110%.
correctly.
I'll
But I
never
think
disagree. I've seen a
the
few brothers that I
majority of
watch.
it, the way it comes across is it's more of a scam, and ultimately, I don't know how people fall for it because they tell you, you need to pay like £300-400, and then I don't.
It just reminds me of the old school pyramid schemes from back in
ACN.
the day.
ACN, yeah, man.
Yeah,
The man
no,
in the
it
suits
is
and
that.
that.
And
But
maybe because
we don't talk about it. That's my
Shout
whole
out
issue
you, man,
was
in
the
the
only reason I
suits.
wanted to quickly mention it now was like we don't, because people like us who are a bit older and have seen this for the last 10-15 years in different schemes, different versions, ACM for example, yeah. A lot of
Did
people
you ever
first
join them?
no
Okay, interesting.
mental.
You know about ACN, innit?
I think so. Pyramid thing. I know.
Yeah,
about
the
it.
pyramid schemes, yeah.
yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is when people do it, obviously there's people that I will watch, like whether it's a property person, a trader, and I'm like, you know what, this person seems believable because I can just see the structure of how they're putting it together. I can educate guesses, fair enough. But a lot of these people are just saying, yo, I've made £5 a month, I'm gonna sell you a course. But a lot of people that are watching it are either youngsters who don't get it or people that are in a position where they want to make more money because cost of living crisis, family situation. And I'm kind of hit. All I want to say today is they're bullshit. There's only a few of them.
Do you know what it is?
Stop
I
listening
feel
to every
like
single person. They're not making
appeals to
10k.
everyone's nature of I want more money without doing any actual real work.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone's got that side of them
It
where
goes to that nature, yeah.
I want more money.
That's what they're feeding.
But I don't really want to do work. This literally,
It's easy.
you're talking, your music to my ears right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's music
I
to my
just don't
ears.
get how another man can say to you, a woman, and can say to you, yeah, listen, I want to show you how to make 10 bags. Brother, why don't you go and make that 10 bags? Why are you telling me?
No, they're saying they make it.
Huh?
That's the problem. They're going on
They're
camera.
saying they make it.
Yeah,
but
and I'm saying
what-
most of it. I'm saying again, I want to be clear. Like some people are making it.
They are making it.
Yeah,
I'm
just
not-
law of averages.
I'll be
They're
real, I don't
making
even know
it.
if
But
they're
I just-
making it.
No, but I'm saying
Maybe
law of averages, if 100
But
people are doing it-
regardless, if I've got,
There's money
if
in
I've got-
property, for
if I've
example,
got
and
a-
trading. There's money in
but
it.
if I've got a business, yeah,
Yeah,
and I've got like a secret source or something,
sir.
and it's working for me, and my business is popping, you think I'm gonna go share it with people?
Like, bro, that's my whole point.
Like,
If I'm making 10k,
doesn't make sense.
wallahi billahi to lie. If I
Because
make
then that's
10k,
what-
I'm not on socials.
Ultimately, I feel like that may affect my sales. Obviously, in different fields, it doesn't really affect. If it's trading, it's fair game for everyone in it. But I still feel like I just never believe it, man.
No, the only time the reason why I think they're all scams, and I'm probably talking more about the Forex trading stuff, because every time someone's Instagram account gets hacked, they start posting saying, I just made £400 by the...
Oh, they catch them down bad,
Why are you man
bro.
hacking accounts to post on their account to say that
to
it
get
works?
people, yeah.
If it was legit, you'd have real people saying, nah, I testified
I want to
to
know.
that. I did it and it legitly worked. Why are you hacking accounts? And that's what makes me think, all right.
I wanted it to be fair,
I want to know, one second. I want to know, yeah, but they probably might not say it in the comment section. How many of you lot have fallen for that and actually clicked on the link and paid whatever?
But you know what? That's what I'm saying.
I know a few people. I'll tell you one after. I'll tell you what. One of our bridges have done it. How about West? One of our guys has done it.
Is he in Toronto? Or at
Maybe
the
one of
moment?
your guys. Is he in Toronto?
Is it Sharp?
Oh, no, shop.
Nah, I'm
I think
playing.
you might
Sharp.
know him. You definitely, we both know him. He's my
Okay.
guy. Definitely
I
your guy.
know.
Our age group. What I was trying to say is, I want to get a few of them on because there's some that I genuinely believe are serious, but majority of them aren't, and a lot of people are getting missold something, and it's dangerous, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
I'm just not on. Like, we
Don't
got a lot
fall
of
for
younger
it.
bros and younger sisters that watch this, and people our age that are in financial destitution and that they're down bad. They're looking at that thinking, yo, let me get into that. They buy something for £600 to £800 sometimes, yeah? Maybe more. I'm assuming that's how much it would be. Anything more than they're taking the piss, but like mad money, and they're not getting nothing for it, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Just do what the banks do. You know, the fraud thing. If you think it's a scam, if you think it's a fraud call, stop, think, hang up, and call back.
Yeah, don't be an
just
idiot.
Stop.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot. Don't fall
Oh,
for
yeah.
it. Just stop. Think about it. Does this actually make sense? Don't go on your
And why they telling
instincts.
you?
Don't go on your instincts and think, I'm gonna quickly flip this money.
You
or
know,
whatever.
serious.
One post
Yeah.
and then with a
There's
Lambo.
one guy I rate, and
And
he's big boy money. He's up there. There's a guy called Simon Squibb. I think I followed him on our TikTok just to show you the clips, yeah. But my man, he's making money, but he's out on the street with a microphone. What's your dream? And then he helps you to make you like he's.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
I've seen
You
that
see
guy.
him? That's
Yeah.
realistic to me because, like me, if I was gonna do it, if I was making money, the only way I would ever do it is, for example, you man, for example, we're doing a pod, we'd rub shoulders, we'd converse. I'll tell you what I'm doing because you're my guys and we're together each week.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But I wouldn't go on screen.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm making 10. Let me show you how I made it. Because that to me means you're
Yeah,
making
and then
10.
they
Your
got-
10 is coming from the. Go on, bro.
If you saw him on the streets, and he
Yeah.
said to you, "What's your dream?" What are you gonna say?
Okay, are we all gonna answer this?
Yeah.
Are we all gonna answer? I can tell you my one.
I don't think I got a dream.
Of business, business-wise, talking about. What's your dream business? That's his or dream service.
I don't know. I don't think I got one. I'll be real.
I'll probably get into the restaurant business.
That's your one as well.
Yeah, that's my
We
one. But
said this
I've
before.
got a new one, innit?
Oh yeah.
I've got a new one.
Oh, it changes it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, listen, I've got a podcast. I need you to help me push it out, but I need some great lawyers. I need to kick out Ebs.
I ain't no lawyer that can get me
We
out,
need to
bro.
water down his
No,
shares.
what's your answer? I want your answer. I want a serious
It'll
answer.
be a restaurant. It'll definitely be a restaurant.
What kind of restaurant?
I don't know, man.
It's
in between. It'll be in between, kind of. Not.
Would you want to be a chef or just the owner?
Nah, I'd chef it up.
Yeah,
I'd chef it up.
Should I tell you when he was a chef? I've never. Let him
me
cook.
cook.
I've never seen him make food, but on Ramadan he was in Sharp Side. The boys were all having a food in it, and he was making it. I saw bro with a towel
Yeah.
on his shoulder.
Yeah. That's what I do.
I said, see, my man, it's like, you know when the mum's got the chicken wings, yeah? She cooks. When I see that, I said, my man here is an absolute expert.
But you know what? One thing, you know, like,
would you cook on a date?
Huh?
Would you cook for a date?
Yeah. Oh, for a date? For my wife.
A date?
A date?
A girl, yeah, like you're dating a girl.
No, I'd only cook for my wife, bro.
Oh my guy. I
thought
I caught you.
No, only for my wife, bro. I thought you meant date.
That's a big vibe, though, if you could cook. That's a big vibe.
One thing I wish I went to is like culinary school.
You can still go, though.
You went?
No, I wish I went.
Can't you still go? It's not age requirement.
I got too much responsibilities right now, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's the least of my concerns.
No, follow your dreams. That's what he does. You know, Simon, like he literally, wallahi, what a guy. He literally.
I'm gonna help you follow your dreams.
Yeah, bro. He told one guy, I'll give you 10. I think he said to him, like, I'll give you 10 mag right now to start your business. Quit this job.
Yeah.
And I think the guy quit it. I need to.
Do you think they quit it?
What do I think is real?
Would you quit your job if my man said, I'm gonna give you 20 bag right now?
No, never.
Okay.
If I was younger. If I was younger, single, I probably would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you right now. Me can't do that.
Me, you are in the trenches.
I'm taking the money. I'm going to my manager. Say, listen, I need 2 weeks off. I'm gonna come back to that brother. Say, yeah, I tried.
Oh, I wouldn't even quit. I'd go off
back
sick.
to work. I got 20 bags now.
I'd go off sick for time. I'd go off sick.
I'm keeping my job and the money.
Hey,
can't get me.
Biggest hack. But listen, forget all of that, man. It's coming home. Hopefully, you lot have got your England t-shirts. You're ready. Make sure you lot obviously are around family and whatnot.
Turn up to the barbecue.
Pull up to the barbecue.
Well. Yeah.
And if England lose, make sure you have a gang with you because it is peak on the streets if Saka misses a pen.
Yeah.
If you're ethnic, be careful, man.
No,
if
but
you lose.
Saka's not gonna miss a pen, bro. He scored his last one.
It's
bro.
not going to pens.
You see how happy he was, by the way. I was really happy for him. You see how he smiled.
But I was so happy for him.
Well, I was
do you remember the letters he got?
Letters.
Yeah.
Do you remember the letters he got?
Nah.
Bro, he got
letters of what? Abuse, you mean?
Nah, man. Do you remember the abuse he got first? Obviously, everyone remembers that. And obviously, when he came back, he got bare support, bro. Bare people.
Oh, you mean fans?
It was literally Arsenal Football Club basically put it all up on a wall. Like bare letters came in.
I think I remember that vaguely.
For every person with hate in their heart, there's a person with love in their heart.
Yeah.
So it's the yin and yang, isn't it? As they say, the balance.
100%.
Guys, barbecue.
Yeah.
Pull up. It's a vibe with the mandem.
We're trying.
Yeah, and also just to add to it as well, we're trying to do other things outside of it. So we generally would love to see you guys because it's a vibe. Because I know some people probably think, maybe that's a bit like awkward or something. Because it's nothing that they've done before.
But listen, it's going to be fun. We've got catering service provided by a good friend of ours.
Sharp's doing the candy.
Yeah, BD Kitchen.
Sharp's doing the candy. His 30,000 candy.
100% he's going to do the candy.
We're doing the candy at the end.
I feel like they think it's going to be us with some throwaway barbecue Tesco set. Nah, we got a proper catering service.
Oh no, it's catering service. Smash burgers.
Yeah, BD Kitchens. He's on Instagram, so go check it out if you want to see the type of food he does.
We'll link in the description. 100% we will.
We've got him. We're gonna have a little game. It's just gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be fun. I checked the weather. Like I said, inshallah, the weather should be good. Apparently, it's gonna be sunny, 21 degrees. Obviously, it could change. It is London,
and it's just a nice time for you guys to just meet us.
And we want to see you guys. We want to see you anyhow.
It'll be nice.
If you're free, if you got a bit of spare time, it's 4 till 8.
4 to 8, yeah.
It'll be available now. Tickets should be available now,
whichever you want. But either way, it kicks off from about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, tickets should be still available.
Still available, yeah.
By the time of this recording,
before it sells out, so
it'll be available. No, it'll be available. Yeah, it's gonna be available.
It'll be available. So pull up. Like I said, it should be a good day. Like we're looking forward to it.
I'm excited.
We're gonna be there.
I don't want to sound ready because this guy likes little ribs in that, but I'm genuinely excited.
Yeah, I want the food because the food is, I've had it. It's banging, mashallah, very good.
Oh, you tested the food out?
Yeah.
I'm excited, nervous, excited.
You nervous?
Nervous, of course, bro. Naturally, that's natural. It's a natural.
Am I a psychopath for not being nervous? Because
Yeah,
I
you're a
generally have
psychopath,
not
but we
one
know that
bit of
I'm not
everyone knows
nervous
that,
either.
Zero.
Not for this. If it was a live show, I would have been.
No,
Have
you're still just a little bit in it, man, but calm in it. Sorry.
I'm super excited, but I don't get nervous like that, baby.
Just pull up. Make sure, man.
Sometimes I do. Do you never get nervous like at an interview?
Never.
So what
An interview, never. And I've had
I think it's normal, man, but it's not nervous where to the point where man can't move. I think it's normal. Nerves.
But I do think about it, but I don't have nerves where it makes
It's
me feel...
nerves, but not fear.
Yeah, it's nerves, but not fear.
Yeah, I don't have nerves. I don't have fear.
Yeah.
I have some sort of like... But my nerves become excitement in my belly.
Nervous does, for me, nervous doesn't mean fear. When I
That's what I'm saying.
word,
It's a separate thing, yeah.
It's a separate thing. Fear is definitely separate. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in.
Tell them.
Definitely, I'm gonna go.
We've waffled enough.
Tell them.
Let me get to that, man. You done your bit, innit?
Let me do your bit.
Mr.
Let me sign out.
Mr.
3 times. Hold on, do the spin Rooney. 3 times.
Man done the
3 times. This is the 3 people. Hey,
Listen.
Broski, wrap us up, please. Sorry, go on.
Nah,
It's on you.
definitely. We hope you lot obviously enjoyed it. We obviously waffled a little bit,
I
but
enjoyed it.
definitely let us know in the comments what policies you lot will change. Anything also you agree or disagree. And yeah, English or Spanish, whoever moves is gay.